Woo! Yeah! That's how you do, baby! That's how you do it! That's how you get God!
So let's go now. Is it good or is it not? I'm Andrew.
I'm John. Today we'll be previewing. Today we'll be previewing Burnout Paradise.
Yes. It just recently came out. It's a very fun, addicting game. It's a game. It's either you love it or you hate it.
I don't know. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. No, because a lot of people say that about a lot of things, that you either love it or you hate it. With this game, I don't think so. I think it grows on you. I think that at first everyone's gonna hate it because it's not the Burnout you know, and it's not.
That's true.
Everybody's gonna hate it. You get dumped in the middle of a city, and you don't understand what's happening, and they expect you to know. And slowly, this DJ Atomico, which is like this guy that talks to you over the
radio station, yeah.
He tells you different kind of tutorial tips.
There's a definite skill to choosing the right car for the right job, and the right driving style. Me, I gotta admit.
Throughout throughout the game, it doesn't come all at once. So I think everyone does hate it at first, but I think after a while you start just growing to love it. I mean,
You do. I mean, when I first played the demo, my brother actually showed me it. I loved it. I mean, I loved it from the first moment I did it because I've always been a guy loving to drive around open sea, like Grand Theft Auto 4. I love driving around the city and just mess around with stuff, crashing and stuff, trying to make the biggest mess. So I really like that fact from the beginning.
You want me to play?
No, it's just extreme. It's just boring. I mean, it's a great concept, and if you like just random driving car around game, basically, then I mean, Burnout Paradise is for you. They did take out a couple things I don't like.
Yeah, instead of the little crash scenes that you get, usually they set you up in like a puzzle type thing, and you run in,
and you have to run into an intersection and crash into a bus and create a big thing.
Man,
and it'll go like slow motion.
We would fight for it.
Yeah.
We always compete to see who could get it like perfect there, more, the most.
Yeah, but now they have, what is it?
Showtime.
You have to hit the two left bumper, right bumper.
We completely forgot about it.
Yeah, or no, right button and left button at the same time, and then you just start bouncing. You just start bouncing around, like you'll stop, and then you have the nitrous boost, and you can bounce up and hit other parts. That concept I really don't know.
I don't know. I didn't like it at first. I really didn't do it. I did it very rarely, but it does become fun.
But I think I think you could have the option.
Yeah.
If you want to do one.
Why didn't they just make another checkpoint? Crash mode.
Yeah.
I don't understand
that could have easily been. This is Showtime's more of like you're just driving around trying to have fun. That other one, for an actual like checkpoint, a stoplight mission, that would be awesome.
But it was pretty annoying. Another thing was I'm in the race and I do all the races, and Mark Mans, he does most of the road races because that's just what he loves. Whatever. But as a racing guy, I love to do racing. I love to win. But if I say play second, I don't get that badge. I don't get that win. So I can't restart it. I can't press start at the very last second and press retry. No, I have to track from one side of the map all the way to the other to do the same race. Because I'm not going to do that. It's never going to happen. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to find the next race. Yeah. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. That kind of pisses me off though. Because I want to do one race over and over until I win it.
That's true, because they don't. I mean, I think right when it says mission failed, they could have that option to start and retry race. Because I mean, maybe that's taken away from the whole concept of the game that they want to put out. But maybe even if like you could turn on and off like a difficulty, like easy, medium, hard, like added difficulty, and like a hard difficulty, they wouldn't have that. Easy, maybe they would.
I think that the difficulty how they set up in the game is very ingenious, really.
Yeah, I think they could still add that.
No, but if you press start, you get into the game and you get a driver's permit. And the more wins you get by doing these different checkpoints, the more the better license you get, from permit to F to S or whatever. I don't even know all the different letters. And you try to get the ultimate Burnout license. While it is a lot of fun to try to gain like an RPG style, get to the next level type thing. I mean, every time you do beat a level, it gets much harder.
I mean, it does. Even with the Rampage, I never had a problem with it.
Yeah.
I always have like 4 minutes left, and I'm like way over.
The racing, I mean, when I first started racing, it was no problem. I mean, just give me the win. But now, I mean, even though I have faster, better cars, I'm still really struggling to win. I mean, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun when you do it. I think that the AI in general, the cars are very good. They really snatch you.
One thing I did not like at all, it's a one-player game. You cannot have 2, 3, 4 players at once doing rampage on each other, doing takedowns with each other. You can't do it, and that really upset me.
Because that's why we bought it.
We bought it thinking it's going to be a 2-player. Like, we could both go around the same city, sitting right next to each other. Now we have to actually be in separate areas, be on our own Xboxes, and play online, not even be able to like communicate each other besides for Xbox Live. They really should have added a 2-player function.
I fully agree. Yeah. And the game is built seamlessly into multiplayer. I mean, multiplayer is unbelievably fun, and it's really worth just buying the game just for the multiplayer alone. That's unbelievably fun. But like you said, not being able to play the same system is frustrating. There's a lot of, I mean, you look at the graphics, phenomenal. Easily one of the best looking games around, right?
It is, yeah. Graphical wise, it is.
Huge draw distances, really sharp images, and
it's cool. It's not like
the speed. I think is what you're trying to say. The speed,
the physics of the game. I mean, it's not like any Gran Turismo or Forza Motorsport type of game. This is more of an arcade racing game. Where it's
a Rush Hour.
Like a Rush Hour type of thing, but a new hot generation of Rush Hour. Rush Hour was one of my favorite games on N64.
But it was too enclosed. Each Rush Hour, you only pick one map, and that one map you have one way to possibly go, and the variations off that one way, it doesn't really help. You go path A or path B, it doesn't matter. Where, like in this, you'll see, if I take path B, and it's really hard to get into path B, but it's still a shortcut, you win the way. It's just purely off that. Yeah. Out of 10. Out of 10.
Out of 10? Like 1 being the worst, 10 being the best type of
10
stuff?
being the best. You can go any points. Like 8.8, 5.3, whatever, doesn't matter.
I think I'd give it a 7.2.
No?
Yeah, a 7.2.
Overall, and we're doing this off of...
graphic-wise, gameplay-wise...
all of it combined.
Everything combined, I'm giving it a 7.2.
Really? I'd have to go with about 8.5. Yeah. Purely for being ingenious in the concept of completely free roaming with a racing game. I mean, how many other racing games can you think of like that?
Yeah, I mean, you're true. I mean, like I said, it's like an arcade game.
Yeah.
You are a hotter, better arcade version of
It's original. The graphics are amazing. The soundtrack, phenomenal soundtrack. The ingenuity of it. But what takes it away from making it a 10 out of 10, I praise it so much, but what drops it at 1.5 is really these little nuisances that could have been solved if they had better game tests. Speedometer. You don't get one.
I mean, even an RPM meter. I mean, something. Tell me something about the condition of the car.
But I don't know. I like the HUD. I mean, there is what? You have the map.
That's all you have.
That's all you have. The map and your little burnout meter.
Yeah. And then the company's on top.
That's awesome. That's what I want. I don't want any more or any less.
I mean, even Rush Hour has speedometers.
Yeah, I guess they do. I don't know.
I mean, driving these cars, it feels like you're going 500 miles an hour. I want to know, how fast am I going?
So, that concludes this episode of Is It Good or Is It Not?
Yeah. Well, not really, because we still got to show them how the game actually plays.
You don't tell them that. That comes in the editing.
Oh, then, okay, cut that out. Please.